Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
Often used as intensifiers. A regular morass of details. Relating to a person who does something regularly. A regular customer. Occurring at fixed intervals. A regular beat. Symmetrically arranged. Regular features. A regular patron. Not constipated. A dependable follower, especially in party politics. He is one of the party regulars. A garment size for persons of average height and weight. A soldier in the regular army. Conforming to a standard or pattern. Following the regular procedure of the legislature. In accordance with fixed order or procedure or principle. His regular calls on his customers. In accord with regular practice or procedure. Took his regular morning walk. Not deviating from what is normal. Her regular bedtime. Officially full-time. Regular students. Regularly scheduled for fixed times. At a regular meeting of the PTA. Used of the military, belonging to or engaged in by legitimate army forces. The regular army. Of solids, having clear dimensions that can be measured. Volume can be determined with a suitable geometric formula. Often used as intensifiers. He's a veritable swine. Not counterfeit or copied. Photographs taken in a veritable bullring. Not liable to fluctuate or especially to fall. Relating to a person who does something regularly. A steady drinker. A person loved by another person. Marked by firm determination or resolution, not shakeable. Support or hold steady and make steadfast, with or as if with a brace. In a steady manner. Make steady. Steady yourself. Not easily excited or upset. Steady nerves. Not subject to change or variation, especially in behavior. A steady beat. Securely in position, not shaky. Held the ladder steady. To a greater degree or extent, used with comparisons. Looked sick and felt even worse. Of the score in a contest. Occurring at fixed intervals. The even rhythm of his breathing. Become even or more even. Even out the surface. Make even or more even. Symmetrically arrange. Even features. Make level or straight. The latter part of the day, the period of decreasing daylight from late afternoon until nightfall. He enjoyed the evening light across the lake. Equal in degree or extent or amount, or equally matched or balanced. Even amounts of butter and sugar. Being level or straight or regular and without variation, as e.g. in shape or texture, or being in the same plane or at the same height as something else, i.e. even with. An even application of varnish. Divisible by 2. The quality of being fixed in place as by some firm attachment. The act of putting something in working order again. A regular patron. A bum who is a Central Park fixture. An object firmly fixed in place, especially in a household. A regular patron. An habitué of the racetrack. Not constipated. Of a feature that helps to distinguish a person or thing. That is typical of you. Conforming to a type. The typical, or normal, American. Exhibiting the qualities or characteristics that identify a group or kind or category. A typical American girl. Be a regular or frequent visitor to a certain place. Do one's shopping at. Do business with. Be a customer or client of. Coming at short intervals or habitually. A frequent guest. Frequently encountered. A frequent, or common, error is using the transitive verb, lay, for the intransitive, lie. Having similarity in size, shape, and relative position of corresponding parts. Having similarity in size, shape, and relative position of corresponding parts. Exhibiting equivalence or correspondence among constituents of an entity or between different entities. Emptying easily or excessively. Lacking in rigor or strictness. Such lax and slipshod ways are no longer acceptable. Lacking in firmness or tension, not taut. A lax rope. Pronounced with muscles of the tongue and jaw relatively relaxed, e.g., the vowel sound in bet. Of or relating to diarrhea. 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 Of textures, full of small openings or gaps. A loose weave. Make loose or looser. Loosen the tension on a rope. Having escaped, especially from confinement. Dogs loose on the streets. Emptying easily or excessively. Loose bowels. Grant freedom to. Free from confinement. Turn loose or free from restraint. Let loose minds. Not affixed. The stamp came loose. Not literal. A loose interpretation of what she had been told. Casual and unrestrained in sexual behavior. He was told to avoid loose, or light, women. Not tense or taut. The old man's skin hung loose and gray. Without restraint. Cows in India are running loose. Become loose or looser or less tight. The noose loosened. Lacking a sense of restraint or responsibility. A loose tongue. Not officially recognized or controlled. A loose organization of the local farmers. Not carefully arranged in a package. A box of loose nails. Not compact or dense in structure or arrangement. Loose gravel. Not tight, not closely constrained or constricted or constricting. Loose clothing. Of a ball in sport, not in the possession or control of any player. A loose ball. A basis for comparison, a reference point against which other things can be evaluated. The schools comply with federal standards. Any distinctive flag. Conforming to the established language usage of educated native speakers. Standard English. The ideal in terms of which something can be judged. They live by the standards of their community. The value behind the money in a monetary system. Regularly and widely used or sold. A standard size. A board measure equals 1980 board feet. An upright pole or beam, especially one used as a support. Distance was marked by standards every mile. Commonly used or supplied. Standard procedure. Conforming to or constituting a standard of measurement or value, or of the usual or regularized or accepted kind. Windows of standard width. Established or well-known or widely recognized as a model of authority or excellence. A standard reference work. Always the same, showing a single form or character in all occurrences. A street of uniform tall white buildings. The same throughout in structure or composition. Not differentiated. Clothing of distinctive design worn by members of a particular group as a means of identification. Evenly spaced. At regular, or uniform, intervals. Provide with uniforms. The guards were uniformed. Conforming to set usage, procedure, or discipline. In prescribed order. Fixed or established especially by order or command. Formally laid down or imposed. Set down as a rule or guide. According to custom or rule or natural law. The handle of a handgun or the butt end of a rifle or shotgun are part of the support of a machine gun or artillery gun. The rifle had been fitted with a special stock. The merchandise that a shop has on hand. Persistent thickened stem of herbaceous perennial plant. Any of several Old World plants cultivated for their brightly colored flowers. Repeated too often, overfamiliar through overuse. A stalk answer. Put forth and grow sprouts or shoots. The descendants of one individual. Any of various ornamental flowering plants of the genus Malcolmia. A special variety of domesticated animals within a species. Have on hand. A supply of something available for future use. Any animals kept for use or profit. A certificate documenting the shareholder's ownership in the corporation. The value of his stocks doubled during the past year. Amass so as to keep for future use or sale or for a particular occasion or use. Let's stock coffee as long as prices are low. Regularly and widely used or sold. A stock item. Liquid in which meat and vegetables are simmered, used as a basis for e.g. soups or sauces. She made gravy with a base of beef stock. An ornamental white cravat. A plant or stem onto which a graft is made, especially a plant grown specifically to provide the root part of grafted plants. Equip with a stock. Stock a rifle. Lumber used in the construction of something. They will cut round stock to 1-inch diameter. Provide or furnish with a stock of something. Stock the larder with meat. Routine. A stock answer. Supply with fish. Stock a lake. Supply with livestock. Stock a farm. The capital raised by a corporation through the issue of shares entitling holders to an ownership interest, equity. He owns a controlling share of the company's stock. The handle end of some implements or tools. He grabbed the cue by the stalk. The reputation and popularity a person has. His stock was so high he could have been elected mayor. Conforming to set usage, procedure, or discipline. A worker who holds or is invested with an office. Having official authority or sanction. Official permission. Of a church, given official status as a national or state institution. Someone who administers the rules of a game or sport. The golfer asked for an official who could give him a ruling. Verified officially. The election returns are now official. Of or relating to an office. Official privileges. Ordered well. Well-ordered work habits. Deficient in magnitude. Barely perceptible. Lacking clarity or brightness or loudness, etc. Weak colors. Used of vowels or syllables, pronounced with little or no stress. A weak stress on the second syllable. Overly diluted. Thin and insipid. Weak tea. Wanting in moral strength, courage, or will. Having the attributes of man as opposed to e.g. divine beings. Lacking bodily or muscular strength or vitality. Deficient in intelligence or mental power. A weak mind. Deficient or lacking in some skill. He's weak in spelling. Likely to fail under stress or pressure. The weak link in the chain. Not having authority, political strength, or governing power. A weak president. Tending downward in price. A weak market for oil stocks. Used of verbs, having standard, or regular, inflection. Wanting in physical strength. A weak pillar. Being a regular member of a team. First string players. Of members of a team, not substitutes. Regularly spaced in time. Closely timed intervals. Authorized, sanctioned by, or in accordance with law. According to custom or rule or natural law. Having a legally established claim. The true and lawful king. Conformable to or allowed by law. Lawful methods of descent. Commonly encountered. The usual greeting. Occurring or encountered or experienced or observed frequently or in accordance with regular practice or procedure. Grew the usual vegetables.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.